Okay, so today actually and yesterday have been fairly tough, really, to be honest. It's been really the first 2 days where I've decided that I'm not going to do anything to my business really. I'm going to try and chill out and relax, and yeah, really just kind of not really do a great deal. And yeah, it sort of brought to my attention, just how uncomfortable I am actually with just doing what I would call nothing, and also just how intensely, intensely I've been interacting with my business, with my job, and really not giving myself the time to just play, if you like, or do those things that I'd really like to do, or I've thought about doing with my spare time. And one of those things has been music, obviously, and there's been a little nagging inside of me for quite a long time now that I just want to pick up the guitar and start learning again. And because I do have a love for music. I've always loved music, and through my life, I've always maybe picked up an instrument, or wanted to play an instrument, shall I say. One of the instruments I went to play when I was younger was the piano. I did that for probably about 2 or 3 years, I think. I can't quite remember what the length of time. And got to a point where I felt like I just couldn't get any further because I didn't have the confidence. But yeah, I mean, going back to the situation where I'm really wanting to do the stuff that I want to do, what I'm potentially going to be doing in my spare time. I think sometimes it's giving yourself that permission, and because I'm so by nature, I'm so intent on doing something purposeful, I rarely give myself any time to do something that is for me, in a sense, that is something that I would want to do in my spare time. And yeah, it's really kind of brought forward that that real sense that it's almost wrong to do things that I want to do in my spare time, or spend time with my family, or spend time with my friends. It's kind of a rare time, a rare condition actually, where I actually give myself that sort of permission to really kind of do that, in a sense. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how this has come up. And of course, when I'm spending this time not doing a lot, I'm feeling unpurposeful and feeling unhinged, and says not really knowing what to do with myself, because I've been so absorbed with the business side of things, because I've been so intent on that side of things, because it's kind of like that's been my routine for the past God knows how long, and then all of a sudden that stops, and the routine's kind of gone out of sync. But yeah, I mean, also it's the aspect of it as well, where there have been things that also I've been running away from, trying to cover over old issues, old problems. And yeah, I mean, all of those things have a tendency to come up when you're kind of just in one spot for a while, or maybe you don't. All of a sudden you don't have the things that you're doing, you all of a sudden stop. Those things tend to come up and they tend to bother you, and it really kind of highlights that whenever. And I think, in a sense, we can be running from the very things that we're trying to resolve at times without even knowing it. And it's only when we stop that we realise that these things start to come to the forefront, that we actually realise just how challenging these things were, and how much we've been avoiding them, if you see what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, this whole thing is nothing really. It's nothing really to do with my family, so to speak. So it's more of an internal element of myself. that I've been trying to deal with over the past 2 days, and it's been really hard to try and, in a sense, figure out what I want to do with my time in that sense, without my business, without my work, and of course it's also impacted. I mean, this is a part of my depressive phase. It's also impacted my social life massively over the last sort of 9, 10, probably plus years, and so I've not been used to socialising either, and so I don't socialise. There's a lot of things that I don't do that I want to do, but I won't give myself the permission to do, because they're, in a sense, perceived by me, and I don't mean any disrespect to my friends, or the friends that I do have, or any other environments that I don't spend time on, but they're almost, in a sense, perceived by me as, I don't really want to say a waste of time, but they're perceived as time that I could be using for my business, for where I'm going, to achieve my goals, and so on and so forth. And it's like my goals have become more important than the goals have become more important than my reason for achieving the goals, if you see what I'm saying. The goals have become more important than my reasons for achieving the goals, which of course is to have that life, to have the social life, there's many different reasons why, but to have the social life, to spend more time with family members, to appreciate family members more, to appreciate my friends more, to be able to see more people, to be able to help more people. And it's like the logistics of the business and setting up the business and keeping on top of the interactions and keeping on top of Facebook and doing all the right enough posts and all this kind of stuff. It's almost like that the logistic mechanical side has taken over the whole reason to do this in the first place, really, which is to, in a sense, one is to liberate myself firstly, I guess, and then to liberate others, which is, ultimate empowerment, ultimate, I can't quite think of what the word is for that, really, but it's really, really interesting, like I said, but it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like ultimately to liberate myself from this pattern where I'm continually trying to better myself, but it's almost like, in a sense, it's almost soulless, because it's like I'm driving myself like mechanically, but the emotion, the kind of the heartfelt drive is not there when I'm doing that sort of mechanical driving of myself, so to speak, and it's like, again, it's not enjoying the journey again, not enjoying the journey. I have to do this, I have to do that, instead of I get to do this, it's I have to, or this has got to be done, and I want to do this, and if I don't do this I don't feel good, and it's just like it's conditions all over the place. So it's an odd Christmas Day video, really, because it should be one about how I'm having good time with the family and all this kind of stuff, and it will be in a minute. I've spent most of the morning in my room, as it turns out, because I've been feeling so crap, it's just, I just wanted to share that, because I thought that was a rather interesting insight. And obviously there's a load more stuff that goes with this, deep personal stuff, which I don't feel quite comfortable sharing, if I'm honest. It might come out at a later stage, but at the moment it's one of those things that I really am not going to be sharing. So this video's been about sort of 9 minutes long. And I'm going to end it there, guys, but I do hope you're all having a great day, and that you're enjoying yourself with your friends, your family, or whoever it is that is closest to you on a day like today. And so take it easy, and I'll speak to you very soon, and Merry Christmas.